One day, I shall come back. Yes, I shall come back. Until then, there must be no regrets, no tears, no anxieties. Just go forward in all your beliefs and prove to me that I am not mistaken in mine.
Yes, indeed, ladies and gentlemen. Oh, let me turn my light on. I was radiating from a glow of happiness. Which is a glow indeed. I heard a couple of go Disney Plus. Oy vey! No, look, they're not making it. Disney's making it. I mean, oh no, oh thank God they're not making it. No, look, have you seen that logo? I've seen that logo. I think I'm gonna like this. Here's the thing. I'm naturally a very progressive guy. Like, that's before progressive meant melting your bollocks off, of your 11-year-old son. Like, no, you don't need those bollocks. Are you sure, Daddy? Yes, I'm sure. I think you once wanted to pee sitting down, so you probably go. Really, Daddy? Well, if you say so, yeah, I do. There's gonna be no bad repercussions of that. That's what being progressive means now. I'm not that, right? I'm not that. I'm a sort of progressive guy that in like 1987, I thought the Happiness Patrol was really kind of fun and I really enjoyed it, right? I like the Candyman, where, you had like you had the old school at that time. They were like cutting their wrists at the Happiness. They hated it. Oh, man, they hated it, okay? But people hated Deadly Assassin as well. Hated it, right? So I've always been somewhat progressive until they progress off a cliff. But, in a very strange way, in a very genuinely strange way. I think what is happening in Doctor Who is a precursor of what's going to happen in reality, right? And it's really strange. And I've been telling you this for a while, right? I was expecting, I might be wrong. Like, I don't understand how it could happen, right? I was expecting some kind of cataclysmic event making the world different, right? And like dun dun dun, or a series of them, right? And I think we're still going to get that. It looks like we're going to lose like 50% of the world's population. What can you do? It's like it's kind of out my hands. What do you want me to tell you? But maybe not. But you know how the nightmare of Doctor Who is. It's kind of like a memory now. It's weird, and it's such a short time ago, right? The crazy Jodie fan, the J-Bots, right? They were like a major headache. Now they're a weird curio, like raging over David Tennant, right? It's like, okay, they're gonna hate this logo. Oh, they're gonna hate it. But tell you, mate, times they're changing, People sure are just coming in from outside, right? And there's a strong wind, right? A strong wind blowing, a full wind. And that's what I think is happening, like a full wind, a strong wind, a strong wind's going to blow. But I think that's happened on, really has happened very quickly on Doctor Who. Right, it's only a few days ago, but that reality of Jodie was so oppressive, and now it's gone. And I think it's going to be gone in a way we can retcon it away. Like, we're not even have to think. It's that, like, you can say that whole era didn't happen. Like, I kind of think something like the Doctor's clothes change with the regeneration. I think is a plot point. I don't think it's a mistake. Yes, there is some precedent to happening. We had Hartnell into Troughton, he just turns cloaks off and he looks different. But I think you got to give them a little bit of dramatic license there that they didn't intend it to be that, right? I don't think they really thought that through, right? I think it's really that simple. Same with Tom Baker's jumpers turning into Peter Davison's sneakers, right? So there is precedent, but it's too silly. So stop. It was just a mistake, right? But this wasn't a mistake. This was done very purposely. And to underline it even more, in the actual narrative itself, in the episode, the Doctor does regenerate into the Master, right? And then the Master's wearing the Doctor's clothes, right? I think that's a plot point. And I think it's like the Celestial Toy Maker, whoever the hell it is, hopefully it's a Celestial Toy Maker, because Neil Patrick Harris looked pretty good in that trailer. The Celestial Toy Maker has hijacked the regeneration to make this Ersatz Doctor based on a previous Doctor. So if that's the case, right, we could easily make the group fan fiction lore, right, group headcanon that the only way they could do this was by destabilizing reality, right, and creating this fake alternate reality with this fake Doctor. Right, that's what the Jodie was, right? Because they're not going to be referenced again. They're gone. Did you notice how quickly they scrubbed it from reality? Like, no, whoa, what? But here, what about my moment? No, your moment's over, darling. Oh, but I'll come back. No, you cool, darling. You cool. No, Icky Thump, I'll come back. Just say the word. Oh, I still get me caught. Oh, I do. Oh, I'll come back. Oh, that's ringing. Never mind. It's in the other room. I guess I'll never know. I'll get my caught. Come on then, Icky Thump. No, darling. How about this, Jodie? We'll call you for the 120th anniversary. Oh, do you think I'll still be alive? No. But let me tell you, you want to come back for the 65th? You might not make it to that either, darling. Do you just lift them? That's not a threat. That's not a threat. That's a joke. That's a joke. You got to say these things. The people are crazy. Don't contact anyone and certainly don't harm anyone. Okay? No, bad. But yeah, look. I mean, so we got this nice video of Shooty. Let's have a look at the logo. Should we have a look at the logo video again? Hang on. Because I like the logo. I have to tell you this. I like the logo. I mean, I'll tell you 1 second. Let me pull it up. By the way, the word on the screen. All right, this really super works, right? This is just, it's a diamond anniversary, it's obviously the diamond logo, but also it's a massive scream saying we're returning to basics, we're returning to the core, the essence of Doctor Who. This is what this logo makes me feel like, and I maybe reading too much into it, right? But it makes me feel warm, right? It makes me feel warm on the inside. It genuinely does. It makes me feel warm on the inside, like it's a cold winter's night. I'm indoors. It's the heating's on. The gas heating's on, and it's hot and it's all warm, right? And you're in front of a fire, and that logo comes on, and you hear the scream, and it's safe. Right, it's safe to be scared. Right, it's you could just, it feels like a release and like a comfort. Right, so I am. That's how it makes me feel. Right, that's genuinely how this logo makes me feel. It makes me feel warm on the inside. Right, so as you can tell, I'm somewhat in favor. But man, have you noticed how fast the Jodie era has been dismantled from reality? Like, forget that, right? And I have to tell you, honestly, Yeah, I think she's been fucked over a little bit. Like, okay, I know she was shit, but like, there was stuff in that special that was pretty good. They've forgotten. Like, what? Do you remember the Paul McGann being in it? No. This just knocked that out the way. And Shooty came along. We're gonna watch his video in a minute. Yeah, I'm just I'm psyched, right? And I like that it feels like it's going to be young, right? That's what I like about this, right? That's what I like about this whole production. This is something that's really I'm really into. This, I think, one of the things Ross Lee Davies wants to do. I mean, other than make a lot of money, rescue Doctor Who, and like if he revives the brand successfully, he is beyond entertainment gold, right? I mean, he is in such demand because all these brands are failing. They're and if he cracks it, which he's gonna, like, it might not be what you like, it might not be what I like, but a lot of people are gonna like it. This is gonna be super popular. Okay, this is gonna be super popular. Everyone's gonna like. And again, do you notice how happy we are to be in love with Doctor Who again? Like, people are talking about Doctor Who again. And it's not about Jodie Whittaker. Again, who? It's crazy. Erased from reality. No escape from reality. Bye. But, you know, there were good bits of that special. I think they should have plugged that a hell of a lot more. Right? Sophie Aldred, get awesome. Sophie Aldred, I think, gets the lap of honor. Sophie Aldred was absolutely freaking excellent. What's the name? Janet wasn't until but Peter Davison was. Right? Janet works as a foil for Peter Davison. On her own, she's just like, kind of like, oh, that's kind of grating. But then when you got like, but as a prompt for Peter Davis say, oh, I'm so human and nice, and this is what I'm such a loving, good person, right? Yeah, and you need that sharpness of Tegan to bring out that like warmth of the Fifth Doctor and the irritability, you know. But I like the irritability, but underneath this absolute, you know, that's where you got this scene, this like real genuine love for Tegan, right? And I would show you the clip, but man, they copyright claim me everything I do. Right, I mean, not me, just me. I think it's for like if I show any clips from the special, it get copyright claimed. So apparently, Jodie had to reshoot her part of the morph into the regeneration because the equipment at Sony at Bad Wolf is like picked it up at you know their end at like so much higher resolution. Right, it wasn't matching. It was like crazy like that, right? Because do you notice how much better the image of David Tennant was? Right, it's like as soon as it was like crackling, it was on outside where Nick Briggs and Chris Chibnall. That's got to be embarrassing, hasn't it? Okay, I mean, firstly, I'm very glad that Nick got a lot of work in the special. I really am, and I hope they keep using him. Right. Russell, I hope that you get Nick as right. Oh, I was talking about that. So one thing I think Russell wants to do with this era, right? Other than revive the brand and make himself into Hollywood royalty, I think he wants to make a incubator for creating new talent. Right? I think he wants young, new talent, and I think he wants to grow them and guide them. Because I think he sees how shit it's been. Like, you know, I think he feels genuinely bad for people like Joey Wilkinson and Pete Matee, right? They didn't have the support structure to make them to nurture their talent, right? Which I think again, it's just they're in the wrong place, wrong time, right? But yeah, were they there because of their identity? Well, did they deserve to be there? I don't know. I really don't know. Joey Wilkinson, I don't know. All their episodes were subpar at best, right? I mean, Kablam, I think, was the best, and that was kind of confused and weird. But really, you can see the lack of a guiding hand. I'm sorry to rag on Chibnall again, but but that's why I think he's so interested in it being young. Talking in the language of the young. That's what he's talking about climate change. because he's trying to talk as like the youth talks, you know. We're not trying to like imitate them. Just he's trying to understand the rhythms, right, of the TikTok generation. And that's why he's saying like things that are achingly woke. So I think he wants to put all that achingly woke energy and channel it into this, right? This, you know, this very controlled, mature, considered and how would I describe it? Considered and crafted artwork, right? Which we have not got, right? And like Russell Davis or not, right? I think it's hard to say his any of his work, right? Any of his work, it's all pretty distinctive, but any of it, Doctor Who included, is a unique. It's an individualistic art form, right? And it's expression of his artist, but clad in the wraps of Doctor Who, the skin of Doctor Who. And I think so I think that's why I think he's thinking young, but I think he wants to bring everything that's great from traditionalism to the energy of youth, right? And I think it might be too young for me, might be too young for you, might be too young for any of us, but I think it's going to be fun. I'll tell you what will be trip of a lifetime. Oh, we should watch that trailer. Oh, that trailer's awesome. I should just have that ready to go here. I'm going to download that right now. Once I'm going to go to the YouTube. I mean, do I have it on my hard drive? Let me have a look. One second. I might just have it. It strikes me as one of the things I would just have. Right? 1 second. Oh, my daughter says she got me a present from IKEA. This is very exciting. By the way, Disney Plus for me, awesome. I have Disney Plus. I have no choice but to have Disney Plus because my wife wants it. my wife and my older daughter like have this Matrix like channel fed into them. They must be connected to Disney Plus. Yes, we must obey our mouse overlord. Really, darling? Are you sure? Yeah, this sounds wrong to me. By the way, did you notice in the titles for you probably didn't notice in the titles for the special for the Power of the Doctor, nothing to do with Power of the Doctor at all. Like just nothing to do with that. Just a complete I thought we'll call it Power of the Doctor. Or I was looking for that trailer, Trip of a Lifetime. One second. Night Doctor folder. See what I got here. Ultimate Guide. No. Oh, I got another HD folder. No, I'm going to download it. 1 second. Doctor Who Series 1 Trip of a Lifetime trailer. Right? As I think they got it upgraded to 2K. I'll just take this one. Hang on. Do you want to come with me? It's such a weird little trailer. It's so of its time. I say YouTube download online. I'll tell you all my secrets. All my secrets. Look at that. Although I keep getting fed weird ones by the algorithms. I don't like that one. Where's my normal one? I got one that I like. Oh, we'll try you. Oh, no, I don't like that one. Don't trust it. Don't like it. No. Computer says no. Okay, we'll go with this one. It's called SS YouTube. Since when has SS been a good thing? I mean, yeah, I guess if, you'd like, rounding up Jews. It's a particularly good thing. It may, if you not so much, if you don't. Here we go. Download. And it always takes you to AliExpress when you want to download, like always. All these sites are always connected to AliExpress. Download. Save video as. Okay, just everything. Trip of a lifetime. Lots of planets ever north. So yeah, I saw like I replied to one person on Twitter. And you should never do this, right? I replied reflectively to one person on Twitter when it's like, he wasn't happy about Shooter's accent, being was it Nigerian or whatever it is. I'm like, man, so I quoted back to him. Lots of planets have a north. Was it every planet has a north? Is it lots of planets have a north, or every planet has a north? I can't remember. But I said, yeah, listen, it's just going to be by way of Dundee. I'm really not bothered by it, right? I'm really genuinely not bothered by it because, for me, Doctor Who always has to come from a British-centric point of view. And it seems to me that Shooting very much is that, right? I mean, if you've grown up from Dundee, you got British-centric. Yeah, do you have an African root? Okay. But it's got to have that British flavor, and that's what I think that's what I think they're going for. It's going for like this this TikTok generation weird nonplusness at like sexual debauchery and terror at anybody not like them, right? Doesn't think like think that weird and trying to channel it into something useful. That's what I'm hoping. Right, that's what I'm hoping. 1 second. Trip of a lifetime. Let's see if this plays. There you go. Man, how many years ago was this now? Oh, come back.
Do you want to?
How many years ago was this? Well, 2005. What was it? We're in 22. Wow, long time. 17 years. There we go.
Do you want to come with me? Because if you do, then I should warn you. Because if you do, then I should warn you. You're going to see all sorts of things.
I mean, I love how modern it is, right? And I think that's what we're going to get. I love how modern it is, and yet still very much anchored into what Doctor Who always was, its roots. But it's a very modern skin. This is perhaps the most modern I think Doctor Who ever got. I mean, other than Jodie. And I think, look, what I think happened with Jodie was modern at that point meant unwatchable shite. Right? So, it was just wrong time, wrong place.
From the past, aliens from the future, the day the Earth died in a ball of flame. It won't be quiet, it won't be safe, and it won't be calm. But I tell you what it will be.
This is so cool. Oh, come on. It's awesome. This is just awesome beyond awesome. Come on, Chris. Don't be so angsty, Chris, right? This is you having fun. You should have more fun, although you were miserable shooting this, apparently.
I'll tell you what it will be. A trip of a lifetime.
Yeah. Okay, the Slovene ship going through Big Ben as well. So going, ah! I mean, none of us have ever seen anything like that with Doctor Who. The wildest we've ever got, right? The most advanced we ever got was at the end of Autumn 2, BBV's Autumn 2, when all of a sudden a CGI nesting tentacle goes through a church for like, and you get like a CGI nesting for like 30 seconds. It was, but that was it. That was it. Like nobody had ever seen competently made Doctor Who, right? It was what? Here, let's go back and watch that again. It still blows my mind. Look at that. It looks like real TV. It's not embarrassing, right? I'm not, it's like, here's the thing. If you like Doctor Who, you only had two options. You could either lean into it or you could hide it, right? I was a leaner. I was like, yeah, I like fucking Doctor Who. What's wrong with you? Just awesome. Oh man, I forgot about that as well. Do you remember when they had the website? It was they had all these little websites they put up. They had a unit website. And you had a secret password Buffalo to get us, and you can fire the missile.
Trip of a lifetime.
Doctor Who, Saturdays at 7 on BBC.
Of a lifetime.
Very pouty there. Looking very good. Listen, yeah, my heart will always belong to Perry, but I'm just saying, very blowjobbable looking lips when you're on 21, darling. I'm not sure there's not. Yeah, okay. Yeah, but now you're grown up. It's not. There you feel like you're fresh out the box. Don't get me wrong. I wouldn't say. I mean, listen, I love my good lady wife, but if the circumstances that, like, you converted to Judaism, my wife died, we met somehow, right? We fell in love, right? We wanted to spend our life together. Of course, I'll sleep with you. Don't get me wrong. It's the circumstance that presented itself. That's what that means, right? But I'm just saying, right there. A little bit spankable, darling. A little bit spankable. Which I say that with love. I say that with love, right? I say that with love and respect. That's just me for you. I'm a loving and respectful dude. Let's have a look at this again. Okay, that looks very good. Okay, Russell, very good. I'm marking your work. Very good. You get a gold star, right? Yes, Russell. Good logo, Russell. Good logo. Right? You're making us not panic. I will get to we'll do the shooting video first. I mean, I got like a week's worth of stuff to get through today. And also there's a ton of big finish stuff to talk about. But yeah, listen, mate, the Tennant effect. Here, let me read something to you guys. This is mind-blowing, right? This is absolutely mind-blowing. This was from a comment by David Mullen, right? David Mullen. So he says, I can sum up the episode by telling you of a strange new Doctor Who reality I woke up to today. Going to work, entering the office, and people were talking about it. And he put talking in italics. Talking about Doctor Who. They were discussing their ending, what it meant, talking about Jodie Whittaker, and talking about the old Doctors. Me sitting there thinking and just nodding along. No one knows I'm a fan, a hardcore fan. And here I am for the first time since probably Tennant's first lap to be in amidst the pop culture mainstream Doctor Who. Yeah, it blew all our minds, mate. Okay, obviously it is David Tennant's return that has caused this, but things got more surreal when I went to lunch at 1 p.m. and the television in the staff room has BBC One News beginning, and then with the headlines of the return of Doctor Who. Yes, I mean it is. I mean it's like we're just pretending it didn't happen. I think that's what I think it's that this is what's going to happen, right? We're going to just look at each other, right, after the devastation of the culture war and go, yeah, look, we're just going to pretend none of that happened. Okay, we'll just put right through it. Yeah, let's move forward. The return of Doctor Who. Over a picture of Tennant emerging from the regeneration. Mainstream news, Doctor Who, but mainstream news about David Tennant. The episode had reignited saying it is as if yes, it has, hasn't it? You can feel it like it's not like an oppressive buzz anymore. It's like this upward buzz, right? It has reignited something. It's fabulous. This episode has reignited something. It is as if the public, like the fandom, has been patiently waiting, and it has finally arrived. The return of Doctor Who. Media savvy. Well, this is before the logo and the shooty thing. Media savvy Russell Davis is the son to Chris Chibnall's Pluto. I'm afraid that's the case, isn't it? I mean, it really is the case. I mean, look, I feel bad for ranking on him so much. I just don't understand. I don't understand how you fuck up so much. I mean, Chris, mate, and I don't want to be mean, but okay. I don't know. Here's how you fuck up that much, okay? With extreme arrogance, but it wasn't his alone. It was an entire industry, right? They were all like baited beyond breath by Donald Trump and Brexit, but I think mainly Donald Trump. right? Why? Because Donald Trump disproved their worldview, right? And like they basically got their head around Donald Trump winning, but they couldn't get their head around Donald Trump being good. If Donald Trump was good, that meant what they believed was wrong, right? And their existence depended upon it, right? A lot of the world. That's why they fought it so hard. And like, I mean, I don't know, like it kind of worked out there. Donald, you were pretty good. I mean, like going by the metrics, things were pretty darn good. The world peace was a pretty good one. The Abraham Accords were pretty good. Like, well, seemed pretty impressive to me. Yeah, nobody else has done that before. Yeah, moving the embassy. I'm up for you there, mate. That sounds good. So you know, but it made them insane because they had a worldview built that was been built on bullshit. I mean, that's basically the truth. They've had, they went to college and they were fed this bullshit, and that bullshit was the foundation of their reality, right? And Chris Chibnall, Matt Streams, they had this bullshit that's the foundation of their reality. That is, essentially critical race theory and gender theory. Like there are oppressed people, and you're the worst for oppressing them, and you got to feel sorry, right? I think a lot of it comes from that hype people got when Barack Obama was president. They said, "Oh, look at that! We as a society has overcome racism." And we had, I think, to be quite frank, I don't think anybody really cared. But it made people like Chris Chibnall crazy, and made his whole industry crazy, right? So he had this like extreme. He had this insanity going on, right? This just complete insanity that he was living in and part of. And it made them not notice the lack of work or talent they had, which was really very significant, wasn't it? I mean, like, look, season 11 is the purest Christian or Doctor Who. It's the purest, like, where he really thought it was all going to be great. He thought they're going to capture a new audience of girls. He really thought what was going to happen. He was going to triple the audience, right? Or double the audience. And that first week, he was like, fuck yes! Oh, look at me. I'm like, what, a third up from Capaldi? Fuck yes. Oh, I'm proved right. And they tuned in because everybody wanted it to work. Because we're not racist. We're not sexist, right? And it was shit. You couldn't pull it off. Right? But the bottom line, you just couldn't. Like, all the stories were too busy wanting to say something rather than actually entertain. And they basically want to say, you white people suck. I just started watching Guillermo del Toro's new Twilight Zone thing called The Cabinet of Curiosities. And I nearly turned it off. I just didn't turn it off because I couldn't find the remote control. But where you got this like this truck driver who's like this modern day truck driver listens to this like racist call-in show on the and like firstly, no, it will be on YouTube, you bloody idiot. And this is how they see right-wing people. They want to see us all as being this kill darky. I was trying to say kill whitey, but no, I'm whitey. No, okay, my mistake. They want us to think that, and they believe that's what they are. I mean, but that's why they can't talk to us because they don't. Their worldview's falling apart because it's built on bullshit, and the bullshit is that the Western world isn't intrinsically bigoted, right? It's not intrinsically unfair. It's probably the fairest world there's ever been, right? Bloody idiots. Anyway, let me get to the chat. House of Dragon, by the way, awesome. Freaking awesome. I don't know if we're going to get to it. I just got too much bloody stuff. Turtle is here. Said, Catherine 3, it wasn't Tom Hopper. It was the dude from Broadchurch who married her. I don't even remember. I don't even know Catherine's chat here. You're the earliest, baby. TC is here. Kindercore is here. I just see the new logo, and it's absolutely stunning. I think we should look at it again, because it is absolutely stunning. Knocks out the bloody park, it does. Like the old Pertwee Diamond logo with blue. Well, I connect this more to Tom Baker. It was like through, 6 of his 7 seasons. Lonnie is here. How you doing? Welcome in, Hoovians. Come on, come on. The water's lovely. Jordan Lee is here. Karen Delridge as a... Oh. Okay. Best, and there's a lot to choose from. But the best Cara Della Vigni is in Suicide Squad towards the end when she's like basically naked under like a scar, under like a necklace thing, and she's doing like this jiggly dance. It's the best jiggle I've seen since Winona Ryder in Bram Stoker's Dracula, and she's wearing like this very like see-through thing, nighty thing, as she jiggles around a maze in moonlight, and the moon shines through her thin crinoline. And I broke into a sweat. Yeah, it's also got Keanu Reeves in it. I actually like that a lot. I like that version. What's his name? I was in it, and he hated making it. As Van Helsing. Oh, what's his bloody called again? Hannibal Lecter. Anthony Hopkins. Anthony Hopkins is in it. Because Francis Ford Coppola wanted to sit around and read the book with together every day, and he's like, "Fuck off! I'm an actor. I got to go drink now." Right? That's where the generation it was from. Right? Matt the Silent, how you doing? I missed out the first stream where everyone was talking about the power of the Doctor. Now I can share. Well, you know, it's over. Again, it's so in the history books now. It's really bizarre. Crippling the Balloon, how you doing, sir? Thank you for joining us. Darren M is here. How you doing, Darren? Thank you for joining us. Soda Engine is here. Hey, that's your line. I don't know what your line is, but let's share it around, baby. Sharing is caring. Finally, of welcome to behold the Rabbi live. Yes, I live, and it is both awesome and stunning. Who knows if we're going to make it through the whole show? You know, I think I'm doing quite well. I'm doing pretty well so far. Jonathan Cox is here. Eggy Thump. I'm a man again, age 14. I mean, really, that's how it makes me feel. It's really good. It's really good. I don't believe he instantly replied. I saw him. I felt well, it takes a few minutes for it to melt because you know it did take us a few minutes. But seeing Jodie regenerate, for me at least, he's got some heavy lifting since to see Seven back. Very underrated dog. Yeah, that was great seeing him again. There was a lot. Basically, okay, here's the two things that were wrong with Power of the Doctor: Jodie Whittaker and the plot. All the bits that the set pieces, they were fun, right? And wish you had a plot that could stitch them all together. You know, they did that with Star Wars, right? They kept kind of all these like cool things they wanted to see, and then try to write a plot to like stitch them together. You know, it was really a dumb way to make it, right? It really was very dumb. Yeah, we are. Adam Warlock here. No BBC America. I guess I'll find something to share Disney Plus on. For me, it's great Disney Plus because like we get it in Israel, and it's also again I have no choice but to have it. But it's actually a very good working service that works very, very well. X-Men 577. So you know, I like that. I like I'm going to get it in 4K instantly, right? So I'm like, oh, listen, Disney is pure evil, but they give me that 4K, baby. That 4K Alien. Oh man, it is gorgeous. Actually, I really like seeing Prometheus in 4K. Their 4K streaming, fucking insane, right? It is insane. Do you mean I'm still a racist as Jonathan Cox? I'm afraid so. What is BIPOC? Oh crap, I don't know. Black, Indian, person of color. I don't know. I have to look it up. Joseph Slitz is there. How you doing, Joseph? How you doing? Maybe you know what BIPOC is. Do you know what BIPOC is? Let us know in the chat. What is a BIPOC, and how do you placate one? Right? Like how if let's say you wanted to woo a BIPOC, right? To be your little servant, right? You wanted to make it all happy. How do you what was that? Is it like a furry mammal, right? Is it like the monster of Peladon, you know, when the third Doctor had to sing to it, Venusian lullaby. Yeah, whatever it was, like that. So let us know in the chat what a BIPOC Maybe it's a pop, but there's two of them. Matthew Pounder is here. How you doing, Matthew Pounder? Potters last season. Unhinged is how you doing. Thank you for joining us. You stand for a minute. Man, I've been sitting for too long. Oh, God, so much better. Oh, praise the good Lord. Mark the Vicar is here. How you doing, Mark? Jody, who yet forgotten, gone forever. Catch you later. Nah. I mean, she's so gone. I'm not pissed off by her anymore. Right? She doesn't annoy me any. I mean, like if I watch her episodes, I'll be like, ugh, what the fuck is that? I mean, like, ugh. But it's like it's like it was a dream. You know, it's like in the Narnia books, how they talk about how they remembered their other life. It was like a dream, right? That's what it feels like. It's just, and it's also everybody I predicted this, and fuck me, I got it right. Everybody so wants it over, right? Everybody wants it over. No, I mean, nobody was doing well out of it, right? They're just people being polite to Jodie and like, hey, go, yo, keep up, and now she's gone. Now she's gone, and she was awful. I have to. Oh God. I mean, have you ever seen the movie Bullets Over Broadway? It's about this guy. It's a very good. It's a Woody Allen movie, and it's about I can't remember the name of the actor. Very distinctive actor. Now I'll look it up. 1 second. It's about this playwright, and he finances a play with a mobster. So the mobster's girlfriend has to be in it, and she's awful, right? And there's a hitman who has to look after her. Yeah, what? Bullet Over Broadway, right? And so the hitman who has to John Cusack, that's the name of the guy. The hitman who has to be her minder. He ends up writing the play, like rewriting it in rehearsals. And eventually he realizes he's so awful, he murders her. Right, he takes her out to the pier where he normally kills people. So, no, just go out there, Rose. And Jennifer she said, Rose, I just want to know, you're a horrible actress. Bam, bam. And I'm not suggesting that, but man, she was like, I wish her the best. I mean, she doesn't annoy me anymore. It's so weird. That's it. I mean, I didn't realize it. I just said that. She doesn't even annoy me anymore. So fucking irrelevant. It's so weird. I'm like, oh God, I'm free. Oh, I feel like we just escaped the plantation. Nathan Norman is here. It's a shame that Paul never got a miniseries. So there was a website that did a good article saying that they should do a series of video games. 1 second. 1 second. Let me just do copy. Doink. And I should invite Noel on. Is it Noel streaming though? If Noel's streaming, I won't invite him on. But I really enjoy being on his channel this week. It'll be fun to chat about this. Streaming about it now. Being about it now. He said breach plan. If you wanna jump in, doink, 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 boing. Dun 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 and the indestructible Captain Scarlet. I just like my little musical interludes. I do. I don't do them in real life. I really should, especially when no one's out. It's gonna be really weird. My wife goes away on Monday, right? Goes away on Monday for 3 weeks. Like 3 weeks. I'm like, my daughter's still gonna be here, so she'll be able to, bring me pizza, etc. All the important things in life. Placate me. Here, give him the pizza. Actually, I have to tell you. Freaking blows my freaking mind. We got in the freezer these frozen pizzas that the crust is made out. For one, the crust is made out of beetroot. Another one, the crust is made out of cauliflower, right? And I put them in the air fryer, right? And if I had anchovies on them and like peppers, oh my God. It's like it comes out of the it's like you buying a fresh pizza from a pizzeria. It comes out perfectly. It's worth an air fry just for that. Hex Allen Comics is here. Hex, do you have a new comic out? Hex Allen Comics is a purveyor of the finest quality comics, may I say. The Film Squadron, right? Yeah, that was it. If yes, it wasn't for sale, I recommend checking them out. I do recommend checking them out. Cal Lynch is here. I haven't seen you for ages, Cal Lynch. That's really nice to see you. Philip Bogart is here. Thank you for joining me. Don Smith. Hello, Rabbi. Rag on Chibnall. He deserves it. I don't know. It's just like, I don't feel like anymore. I mean, I oh my God, let me go through how much bloody content I got to make. And this, it's actually, where is it? I got like a month's worth of content here right now. I got this, I got all the reviews to go through. There's like maybe 3 videos there, right? Paul McGann. Oh, they want to do a video game series headed by Paul McGann. That would be awesome. Can you imagine? That's a really good one, and that will probably make money. Like if you have him as the Doctor through it, I think that's a really good idea, right? Is David Tennant the 14th Doctor? I think he probably is. Oh no, I think he isn't. Again, I think he's. This is the Doctor energy has been hijacked by the whatever it is, the Celestial Toy Maker, the horror of Chris Chibnall. So a lot of people complaining, right? They're talking about how can Rusty Davis save it? How the timeless child is dead. How they failed him for Yasmin. Pink News is mad. So this is a great one. The Daily Telegraph did an article that should BBC bin Doctor Who now Jodie Whittaker's gone. Yeah, because he wants to get rid of it rather than show it how shit it was. That's essentially, and I got all these news articles like this coming out like wazoo. Fine, let me finish the chat and then we'll get to the shoot thing. Also, I want to watch the new Big Finish trailer. I hear that's out as well. Don Smith, I think I said hello to you, but I'm not sure. Anyway, yeah, I can't believe you make it's like a perfect pizza and it's not made out of bread. That's my head in, man. That's my head in. Like this sounds like the end of days. Rasputin was a man monk in the original series. By the way, the entire reason I believe Sacha Dhawan's master was either actually really was the meddling was Rasputin or pretended to be Rasputin it could go either way, I have no idea, is so he could do the dance to Ra Ra Rasputin, which I thought was awesome, right? I thought that was really, really good. I really liked that. What was that from? Oh, it was also from Last of the Time Lords, wasn't it? Yeah, it was with the dancing on the Thunderbirds carrier, right? I just thought that was really cool. The song choice was good. Sacha Dhawan was good in it. I like the Dalek looking at the Cyberman. It was all a bit silly, but it was fun. Oh, it was really fun. I really, really liked that. It felt like the Master to me as well. I liked him. I like the idea of making forcing the Doctor regenerate into him. Right? I thought that was very cool. I thought that was that was the thing the Master would do. For me, Sacha Dhawan earned his stripes in this. So yes, I think Sophie Aldred knocked it out the park. I think Sacha Dhawan earned his stripes in this one. Again, Jodie did her best, but fuck me, what can she do? It's like, let's say I got to dance Swan Lake. I'll do my best. Doctor is here. Says new logo and little interview is shooting up. We're looking at the interview in a minute, and I like they got the logo in the interview. I like they're associating him already. Like my branding head is going off and going, yes, fucking yes, do it. Oh, yes, you're doing everything fucking right. Very good, Russell. Very good. Yeah, get a Scooby snack. Mr. Jekyll and Hyde, Toy Makery thinks Matthew Pounder, typical BBC, a mad monk is fine, but a mad Asian cleric is off the table, I guess. So it was lots of planets. There you go. Lots of planets, not every planet. Implying someone don't have a north. By the way, I'm really excited that Big Finish have done a Dorian Gray movie. Good luck to them. Robbie Bonner, African roots is no weirder than Celtic roots. I agree with you. I don't because no, okay. I would say African roots are weirder than Celtic roots. If it was African, and it was Anglo-African roots. I think Doctor Who is an Anglo character. I don't think he's an international character. Like I don't think their French Doctor would work. I think a French Doctor would be annoying. You want to like kick him in the nutsack, right? You know that like a French Doctor would just be annoying. I mean, like best you could get, it'd be the guy like the Merovingian from the Matrix 2, I think, right? It was like I like how it was all disheveled in the 4. I like the Matrix 4, right? I like the Matrix 4. That's just me for you. Not rushing to rewatch it. I got too much to rewatch, so I'm watching the Cabinet Curiosity. I'm really enjoying Avenue 5. That just came back. Fucking love that show. If you haven't seen it, it's written by the guy who did Veep and Thick of It, and that. So it's this humor taking the piss to show you how stupid the establishment is. And it's basically they're on a cruise ship, and that through an accident gets lost in space. Essentially, well, they're stuck for like 2 years in space. And everything's fake, right? All the crew isn't really crew; they're just actors, or they just look good. And the captain, played by was it Hugh Laurie, isn't really American. He's just putting a fake voice on. And the bridge isn't the bridge. The buttons don't do anything. The real bridge is in a box underneath the bridge, and it's like what's her name? Who's I think it's still very hot from. Being Human. She was in one episode of Doctor Who. Oh, she's very, very hot. What's her name? I'll look up Being Human. Being Human. Blank. Toby Whithouse. I guess I'll look at IMDb. Lenora Critchlow. Yeah, she's really good in it. Hang on a second. If I click on her IMDb, I get to look at her, and she's very hot. But I also get to click on Avenue 5, and it'll tell me who else is in it. There you go, doink. So anyway, yeah, they're just taking the piss, right? So I'm really, really enjoying that. I got a new episode of that to watch tonight. That's what I want to watch. There's that new show on Amazon, which is made by the people who did Westworld. And I very much like Westworld. I'm a big fan of Westworld, right? That's where I came up with the idea of doing the complete guide to the Jodie Whittaker era. Ecky thump! Yeah, the complete guide to the utterly the complete failure that was the Jodie Whittaker era. So it'll be something like that. There'll be so I think I'm going to do, I'm going to write reviews of the episodes I know off the top of my head. The ones I've done the deep dive reviews for, I can write them, and that way I don't have to go and watching all the episodes straight away. I still got to rewatch Woman Who Fell to Earth, and the Ghost Monument, which I actually remember thinking was quite good. So I'll be interested in that again. I think I've done the rest of season 1 though. Right, so I can write reviews for everything else. Good shit. I got to watch Nikolai Tesla's Night of Terror. Fuck me. Will I stay awake? Oh, that was a rough one. Staying awake for that. Boring as hell. Game Closet. I hope you're coming out of the closet. Rabbi, hello, mate, from Dr. Scott. Long time, sir. Long time indeed. What's in the Game Closet? Is it? I always like. What's that movie? The Royal Tenenbaums, where they meet in the game closet, and it's got all these like great ball games in there. I get a picture of that. Royal Tenenbaums games closet. Look, it came right up. I was crazy. Yeah, we saw it. I'll pull up the picture. Hang on. Like, there you go. It always make me laugh. The game closet. So is it like that? What else we got here? I'm sure I said hello to you. Almost positive. If I didn't, I did now, but I'm almost positive. Colin Archer's there. How you doing? Thank you for joining us. I need to say, doctors, I understand, Chibnall, I have a friend who stopped speaking with me just because I said I kind of like right politics. It made them crazy. It made them lose their freaking heads, right? And it still is. I mean, they're crazy. Tend to change the vaccine side effect. Yeah, they're trying to make a weird world. So, yeah, all these policies, they're all about sterilizing your population. It sounds weird. Didn't bother the episode too busy talking about Heinlein. Oh, yeah, I bet, yeah. But there are any explanations of why her clothes regenerating so I think it's not. No, they're not yet. But I think that's a Rusty David thing. I think there's a plot point. I think that's for me. I think it's like indication that the regeneration has been hijacked by an outside entity. Right? That's what I think. Love the new logo. Says New Horizon 1. Yeah, it's great. It really is great. And I like shooting this little video. We're going to watch that in a second. Mark Lasers, how are you doing? So thank you for doing it. The highlight of the last episode was the 2 minutes of the companion cameos at the end. Yeah, I know. I like the Tegan 5th Doctor scene. I like the Ace. All the Ace scenes were great. The Ace 7th Doctor. I like the Ace Graham scene. That was brilliant. Right? It said, I'm Ace. Of course, I bet you are, darling. More of that. Blast from the Past is here. Dynamo, yes, the era has been swept away so quickly and it's so easily. I told you it was going to happen. I'm amazed it did. Yeah, you talk enough shit, some of it's got to come true sometime. Right? Sometime. Father Miller is here. Got goosebumps. Yes, it's really good. Hashtag welcome back Doctor Who. We all got to start using that. Hashtag welcome back Doctor Who. We got here, right? So we got Matt Smith, Matt the Scientist. XXXXXXX. No Jodie Whittaker who played the Doctor can come to this trip. Well, I'd love to have her here. I would love to talk to Jodie. I'm like, Jodie, darn it. Ding dong, the witch is dead, said Rob. Yes, thank God she's gone. Oh, I mean, honestly, isn't life better now? I think they're going to stick her in the 60s as well as 60s. I don't think so. Rusty, they hate. How much quicker could he take a piss on it? Fuck me. Now, this is actually a very clever bit of marketing he's done, though, because he's come out with the David Tennant stuff, which is obviously very nostalgic, right? So now what he's done is he put out this logo, also nostalgic, but because he put a video with him in it, he's tied that to it. Father Menace, I wonder if somebody could insert Love Lift Me Up as Jazz is carrying the Doctor. Okay. Do I have that image here? That is the archetypal LGBTQ plus display of love, right? It's not love. It's not normative love. It's not sexual love. It's not like the love between a man and a woman. I mean that in its like genuine sense. Like, it's the, when they say when a mummy and a daddy love each other very much. Well, actually, when a mum and daddy do love each other very much, it's that type of love, right? It doesn't express that love, right? It expresses a infantilized love, right? A love where you want to be babied and scooped up and protected, right? That's not what love is. That's not what romantic love is. But these people don't understand it because they live on such a lower level. They really do. They live on a lower level than most humanity, which is why they're such weird scum. Because they genuinely live on a lower level. Yeah, love, lift me up. They're carrying the dying Doctor back to the TARDIS. Hello, the officer and gentleman. Yeah, I mean, did they put the bed back in the console room? I mean, for some weird reason. God, that was awful. Everything done is awful. It really is. It really is. Close Godwise in this here. If only she had better writing, no. If it's been scientifically proven that she would have stuck with better writing. Yeah, honestly, it was the same writer that did all the other Doctors and the companions. Same writer did Sophie Aldred. They were all great. Same writer did Such the One. Everybody worked apart from the plank of wood that is Yaz. Also, what's his name? John Bishop, totally credible as he's about to be killed. Like, because I think I've had enough now, right? I should have died just now. I think I don't know. Everybody was credible other than Jodie and Mandip, right? It's just the way, and they did their best. God bless them, right? But what can you expect? You can't expect them to have talent, ability when they've never been asked for it before, right? Like Mandip, you're a Muslim woman, you're a brown-skinned woman, you're in demand, all right? That's just the way it is, right? You don't need to be Meryl Streep right now, and you certainly aren't, right? I don't think they will. I think they're going to. Philip Berger said, unfortunately, official Doctor Who channels will always include Jodie Whittaker as a Doctor, like one, even if included Ruth. I don't think so. I think they're going for a while, right? I think the whole seeing all the Doctors going, the Russians like, oh, it's silly. There's too many of them now. It looks like a convention. Oh, it was funny. It was fine when they're 5. Now it's like, and he is right, but I think that's going. The group picture of the Doctors going, right? Because there's so many of them, and again, I don't disagree with him. But she's going. He wants her gone. Yeah, one of the Diamond logo partly there to old fans, so let us know. Unlike how Chip, it's exactly what it's for. It's exactly to reassure us, right? Just as the other stuff he says is to reassure them, right? It's exactly what it's for. Rabbi saying that the viewers remain, so this is a good day. It is a good day. Praise the good Lord. I've nearly caught up with the chat. Anybody I missed yet? Let me see. I think I'm nearly there. And then oh man, I'm still 10 minutes behind. Blimey. Tzvi Lebetkin, Ace being in you. It was my idea. No, it was around. She was going to be in the next season of Sarah Jane Adventures, right? All the performances upstage the Doctor. That's 100% right. Mark Lewis is here. Didn't they try having the Master regenerate into the Doctor in the 96 movie? No, they wanted him to take his regeneration energy to give him a new lease of life. But I guess, kinda. I mean, he does rip off from everything, right? He does rip off from absolutely everything. Why was he trying to get a new lease of life? I don't know. He wasn't this time. He just wanted to get the Doctor away, kill the Doctor by becoming the Doctor. Well, I want to write the book, Colin Archer. Why subjective? Because I think I could sell some. Video games and laughter, says Game Closet. She said, please, yes, don't worry about it being in a closet. Everything's fine. Right? No, nobody call the police. Gutter, we didn't see Tim Shaw again gutted. Yeah, that's the thing. I like the Cybermen from this era. I like the Sontarans. That's about it, really. Everything. I mean, I don't think we're not seeing that TARDIS interior either. So it's over, baby. It's completely and totally over. Fine. Let's have a look into the future, right? Let's have a look, see what the future has to hold.
I'm Shruti Gatwa, and I am the next Doctor in the next season of Doctor Who. And to celebrate the news...
Okay, he's got a Scottish lilt right there. Doctor Who, right? Yeah, come on. I like that. It's a blend of African and Scottish, right? Yeah, I like that, you know. Yeah, one second. This guy, the Big Finish's YouTube page, so I can find the new trailer, because that looks really good. I want to download it and watch it. Okay, fine. Let's go back to this. Got that queued up. Okay. Celebrate the news.
Will be landing on the BBC and Disney Plus. I'm here to answer some questions. Let's go.
Is it going to have its own channel? Listen, I'm sorry, mate. I have Disney Plus and I have to keep it. So I want to bet. Are we going to have a Doctor Who channel on Disney Plus? We have all classic Doctor Who? Could you imagine? Ooh, just imagine. All classic Doctor Who, all the DVD extras, everything in high def. Oh!
Doctor Who is a show about an alien Time Lord with 2 hearts who travels through time and space with a human companion by their side in the TARDIS. Now, the TARDIS is a space...
Okay, so I'm comparing this to Jodie in my head, right? When she does similar videos, right? And I don't know, is this my this is my bias. This is obviously my bias, I think, right? But he doesn't sound condescending, whereas Jodie did. Right? Jodie sounded very condescending. By the way, I like they had the tash, by the way. Jodie sounded condescending when he's talking about the stuff. Still not Welsh doctor, says Norman. That's correct. Jodie did sound but again, is that my prejudice? I don't know. But this is fine by me.
Ship that looks like an old British police box that you used to see on street corners, but it is so much bigger on the inside. Each episode, the Doctor can travel in time and space to the furthest reaches of the universe in the deepest times in history.
Notice they're using the Murray Gold theme, right? They're using the Murray Gold theme. Is he coming back? You got to assume it, right? What makes the Doctor a special hero? You know Russell's written all of these things.
The Doctor is full of optimism and hope with a fierce sense of right and wrong. They are clever and courageous.
Okay, you were said everything that Jodie did until he came to clever and courageous. I want you to really be clever and courageous because Jodie never was, right? Jodie never was.
The Doctor doesn't carry any weapons, just a sonic screwdriver for fixing things and getting out of tricky situations. They're full of adventure, running towards danger, but when fatally injured, they can regenerate. So a new body, new face, but with a soul and a memory that carries generations of knowledge and experience. What more do you want?
That's a good explanation. I like that. That's a very good explanation. And again, I mean, I'm just well disposed to him. Like every time I say, oh, I can't wait to see his costume. Right? I hope he makes kids feel the same way Tom Baker made me feel. Right? Like, just awe. Like, Tom Baker was huge. Just huge. Right? And, just, I don't want to use the word protecting, but he was. Like, courageous. He was a hero. That's what I hope he is. Right? That's what I hope he is to kids.
I am so excited. Obviously, it's daunting. It's an iconic role and show, and I'm following in some very big footsteps.
He sounds scared, which I like. Jodie sounded too confident.
But I cannot wait to put my stamp on the character. With every new Doctor...
I keep saying he. Yes, well done, Shooty. I think he's just saying because he's a male, maybe.
Becomes a new beginning for the show, and there are some extraordinary storylines for the season. So I'm going to be very, very busy.
But how long's the season, do you think? 12 episodes? How long's an average season? I mean, I think 12 episodes. I think they might do that. They seem like it's going to be a big season.
I would take my TARDIS to Africa. I would take my TARDIS to Nigeria. And I would love for the Doctor to meet the Orisha, which were a set of gods in Nigerian mythology. And I think that he'd have a lovely old time.
You know, again, I have no problem with him bringing his heritage into it. Because I like that it's filtered through a British sensibility, which for me is so important, right? You know, and honestly, I think England is such a wonderful country. Right, I grew up in London. It's incredibly cosmopolitan. Right, you have every type of person that I like when I grew up there in the 80s. It had every type of person. It was lovely. Right. To me, he just feels English, even though he's got a bit of an African accent and obviously dark skin. But it just feels English to me.
What villain would I choose? The Weeping Angels is always a classic, and they are just genuinely terrifying.
They're coming back then.
Would love to battle the Beast, because what an ultimate villain. That is the devil, and I don't think you get much more evil than that. There is so much to come in the next season. The TARDIS can go anywhere and will go anywhere, and nothing is too big nor small. Right. That's it for the...
I like that. Nothing is too big or small. That's really cool. I want to do small stories, small adventures. That's really cool.
Moment, I've got to get back to the TARDIS. But don't forget, the new season of Doctor Who will be exclusively on the BBC in the UK and Disney Plus in the rest of the world in 2023.
Can't wait. Cannot wait, baby. I love the logo. Love the logo. Oh! Love it, love it. And we're down to 20 minutes later. Don't forget to subscribe to the YouTube channel. Oh, Icky Thump. Oh, subscribe. Here, okay, I want to do a bit of Big Finish. There's a lot of Big Finish stuff going on as well. I want to watch this trailer. So, YouTube. Download online. I've got to go through this again. I closed the window. That's silly of me. Is this the right one? No, I don't like that one. I always go to that one by mistake. I think this is the right one. Well, that's the one I used last time. So, let's give this one a go. So this is for the Third Doctor story. I like Tim Trelaw's Third Doctor. I think it always works. Download. Doing it now. Yeah, it's downloading. Take me to AliExpress. I covered all the bases. Here it comes. What was it? No Weeping Angels. The Daleks are a classic villain. Listen, for him, they were a classic villain, right? Oh, here it comes. I'm excited. Yeah, no, that I think that I'm genuinely excited. Okay, I'm until I see otherwise, I'm on board. Right, I'm on board. So this is the Third Doctor release.
Tonight on Around and About, we're asking, has an alien being landed on Earth? I'm Jenny Nettles, and with me in the studio is a young man who claims to be a visitor from beyond the stars.
My name's Kaleidoscope. I've travelled halfway across the universe to warn all of humanity. You stand on the...
I love the music. Okay, I mean, that's just nailing it right there. I do like the music. I like his outfit as well.
Humanity, you stand on the brink of extinction.
Phantom 1-5, target is changing course. It's headed right for you.
I don't see anything, sir. Only cloud.
There is no cloud. There can't be It's in the cloud. Phantom 1-5, take evasive action. Repeat, take evasive action.
Evading what, sir? It's only cloud.
The colours of anger, you said. Is that how you came by the name Kaleidoscope? Because you see in colours?
No, it was the word that came to me, that's all, as I fell through the tunnel.
I like these trailers. I think they're very, very good. I really do. I think they're knocking them out of the park. I do like how they very much evoke the era. Right, and even the little shimmer around his jacket, right, looks very CSO.
Tunnel?
The space-time tunnel I travelled through. So many lights, so many colours.
We are poised. We emerge.
What are they?
Alien nanobots, as I suspected.
Doctor Who?
Get rid of the logo. What are you doing? You're behind the times, Big Finish. You need to get rid of it. Why do you find the logo? How stupid.
Big Finish, for the love of
Probably because
stories.
the BBC makes you, right? I think that's probably because the BBC makes you. Yeah, let's have a quick look. See what's doing at Big Finish. Tell you, I am plowing through this release. I'm not enjoying it at all. I want to say Big Finish. Classic Doctor's New Monsters. I am. Oh, I'm on the final story at last. But it's just like wading through mud. Oh, we do have Big Finish news. That's something we do need to talk about. I forgot. Screen. Yeah, well, first they got a David Tennant sale, but they're doing a new volume of the Adventures of Luther Arkwright, and I believe it's on sale. Do they have it? I mean, if it's on sale for like $250, it's such a recommend, right? Where is it? Doink. Really? How many slides do you have, Big Finish? Oh, that's the first one. Fine, we'll go to the news. What you got there? I like the War Doctor stuff. Luther Arkwright. They should have a link to the first one. I love their Luther Arkwright, right? Heart of the Empire. $12.99 recommended, but I think the original one's on sale. Yeah, $2.49. This is a recommend. $2.49. This is what? 3 discs? It's awesome. Yeah, 3 discs. All right, by Brian Talbot, of course. About this is out of print. but the cast is awesome. So David Tennant stars as Luther Arkwright, who is a dimension hopping agent for Parallel 0000, fighting the Disruptors, a disruptive force across many other parallel dimensions. It's just it's very adult, very cool. Paul Cornell is not Paul Cornell. Paul Darrow. Paul Darrow plays Cromwell, the villain, who is just like into lots of weird S&M, and in the comic book anyway, I think they do a little bit here, but in the comic book it's very graphic, right? It's very graphic. India Fisher's Princess Anne. Who is it? Robert. Who plays? What's his name? I can't remember his name. Fairfax. Who plays Harry Fairfax? Hang on. I'm looking. Jeremy James, Harry Fairfax. Here, look, listen to the trailer. I actually did a flash video of this years ago for them. They used.
Hello, Luther.
Rose.
Oh, great theme tune as well.
Agents down. Of course. You're dead.
Yeah, David Tennant really nailed this. Was before his Doctor Who, right? He really nailed it because Luther Arkwright's a bit of an aloof hero. Are you able to hear, by the way? Is it coming through okay? I'm sure many LG people will agree with you about what. Okay, I'm glad we should all agree. I like it when people agree with me. Yeah, Paul Dazzy, he's really good, really weird and kinky as well for a lot of it.
Officers, two nihilists committing arson. I've dispatched them both.
So I see, sir.
Royal Dreadnought.
Oh yeah, there's lots of steampunk, right? It's really, really great steampunk. In fact, they should do a combination where you get the download and the graphic novel. The graphic novel's beautiful. Oh, it's Brian Talbot at the top of his game. It's beautiful, beautiful penmanship. Oh, it's fantastic. It's painstaking cross hatching. It's absolutely gorgeous.
Thanks. They were Charles's brainchild, his secret weapon. A little boy must have his toys.
Oh yeah. Yeah, this is him being whipped by the in-house prostitutes.
Who art in heaven, hallowed be thy name. Harder.
What perfect casting! Paul, we love you, mate. We miss you. We love you.
And as for the Lord Protector, Luther, I want Cromwell's head. Bring it to me.
So yeah, it's again 3 discs, 250. It's really good. I can't sell this strongly enough. Right. Yeah, let's go back. They got a lot of stuff on sale. Let's have a look at the David Tennant offers. So these are all regular prices. Wink, yeah, it's not worth it. £8. No, then that's not worth it. Older. You want here? Let's go for the older first. That's when you know you get the better stuff. Olders first. Let's have a look. Well, River Song, no. Yeah, no, nothing's making me jump and go, yes, you must have this at this price. This one's okay. The 3-story set, but it's I mean they're like $5 each, but I don't know. The Icewear one's okay. The Sword of the Chevaliers is a bit transy, but it was ahead of the game. It was before it became that popular. And Infamy of the Zarkros was also kind of fun. It's nice to hear Tennant and Billy Piper. Yeah, no, it's quite expensive? Okay, I think I'll go, yes, you must have it. The Creeping Fear, I don't remember. Oh, yeah, no, this box set was mediocre at best. Yeah, no, there's really, this isn't working out well. You got a pound off out of time. Yeah. Wow. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. No. Yeah. That there's nothing. I'm going. Yes. I recommend this so hard. Because I don't. Yeah. No. That was somewhat misjudged, that statement, because there was nothing there that I went, yes. And I'm in the middle of doing this thing. New monsters. Classic Doctors. New monsters. Yeah. We'll see what's new this month. Let's come out. Geronimo, not interested. So this one I hear is way too much Chase Marston. I haven't listened to it yet because I'm still listening to the old Doctor's classic monsters. This one I'm looking forward to. Oh, it must be out now. Fine, I'll download that. And Dorian Gray, what's coming next month? Unit, I'm so out of this Unit Nemesis thing. It's just, I'm like, I don't really care. I don't really care. I'm still thinking about getting this. Right, I'm really on the going either way about. I like John Dorney and Lisa McMullen. I don't know. I kind of like they did a Seventh Doctor. I mean, I did like seeing the Seventh Doctor this week. That was really nice. And I don't know. Am I interested in this? Not really. Yeah, not really. It's just when the tourists are drawn to a space station, temporal experiments, the crew discovers Daleks are in control in the aftermath of invasion, but these are no ordinary Daleks. To stop the mortal enemies gaining control, I'm just really bored of this TARDIS team, to be frank. I'm really done with Nicola Walker. Yeah, no, I'm afraid not. This one I'm not getting. Leave me alone. Ninth Doctor, Hidden Depths. It's what? You got a Ice War, a Sea Devil story in there. I'm like, I don't really care. We got Liv and Tanya. Fuck off with your Liv and fucking Tanya. I'm not interested, right? I am not interested in the slightest. So yeah, maybe I'll catch up next month. On the releases I'm behind. What else is there? Star Cops. I'm actually kind of looking forward to this. Do we have a trailer for this yet? No, but it's whatever filter they're using. This is a nice cover. No, I'm looking forward to this as it happens. I'm looking forward to this as well. A bit of Blake 7 action after the war. There is a trailer for this. It's only the one Travers in this, and I think next month you got 2 Travers. Like the War Doctor, I'm really bored of this team. John Dorney, James Cameron, Roy Gill, not really. 3 one-point stories, not really. Bye. I'm looking forward to this. Escape from Reality, the War Master Escape from Reality. Never got into Unit Brave New World, the Bambera stuff. Like, okay, not really. This I'm probably going to get. I like when they do 2 crouches, right? I always enjoy this, and I'm enjoying the whole take on this set, right? It's really kind of fun, right? From the start of the rebellion to its brutal conclusion, Arlen has hunted for Roger Blake. Oh, so it's all about her. Oh, that's interesting. That is an interesting idea. See, again, that's the sort of interesting thing they do in this range, and I like that, right? I do indeed enjoy that when they do that. I haven't got any article with it. Blimey, it's getting late. Okay, we'll get to an article next. Callie fights beside her. Jenna Stannis works for her. Space Commander Travis is her mentor. She plays each side off against each other. She will decide. How will Ireland decide who are the allies and who are the enemies? This is a really good idea. So this is the bounty hunter who finally got Blake, I think, right? You betrayed me. That's fantastic. Sarah Major is the key to Federation communications hub. Federation officer Arlen undertakes an undercover mission to destroy the rebel factions that threaten it. The last person she expects to meet is an Auron outcast amongst the humans. Why is mysterious Callie there to disrupt her plan? Oh, okay, I'm up for this. Okay. No name by Simon Gurrier. I like Simon Gurrier. Everyone on Vanstone is hiding something. That's why they are here. That's why they're there. Hiding from their own past. Arlen wonders what has brought Rog Blake to this remote outpost. Has Arlen uncovered a buried secret? And what does Space Commander Travis want with Vanstone? So I guess this is the what's his name? The Stephen Grief Travis. I like that they have both Travises. I think that's very, very cool. Right? I do think that's very, very cool. So number, and then episode 3. Jonathan Morris again delivers well. Jenna Stannis knows that smuggling guns will help free Salsa Major from the Federation. She suspects that's the only reason why Arlen wants to help, but Jenna doesn't know who else is on the planet. How has Travis survived Star One? I want to know more. I think it's a clone of Travis, isn't it? Isn't that what they say? Fine, let's get to an article. I've got so many articles. I can't believe I haven't got to any. That's really, I think, what one could call tardy, right? One could call tardy. Where should we start? We've got all these different ones here. Let's go on the Bleeding Cool. We'll start with Bleeding Cool. See what they have to say for themselves. 13 thoughts on the power of the Doctor. Why not? Why not indeed? See, again, doesn't annoy me anyone. It's just forgotten. Again, 2 days ago. It's so over. It's crazily over. That was Doctor Who About the Daleks, as aired a couple of hours ago. BBC on BBC One. It's been widely spoiled all over the shop by now, and here's a few thoughts regarding what went down. Get ready for an excellent 13 thoughts on the extra special episode. It was an extra special episode. Fans have been serviced. Yes, we have. Yes, they love us long time. Chris Chibnall didn't care if his hand got tired. He kept pumping. Edging away that we may find in entertainment. Look, he did his best, mate. I just, what can you do? Okay, so Christian has received plenty of criticism from his Doctor Who fans over the years for his run on the show, but hardly any of them can be complaining about tonight's episode. You see, he's right? He's right. I hate to go back, check it. Please don't make me. But Christian basically put everything in the run that people liked, right? And he avoided everything that everybody hated, and everything that from everyone else's run that people liked, right? So, and that he got his mitts off. The budget was pretty much pulls this off, and some moments among the 90 minutes will last long, as a silly kids television show does. Next month is the 59th birthday. About the same time, my 50th. I've been watching 46 years. Okay, fine. I don't care. Who's writing this? Rich Johnson. Okay. The first regeneration of the night. Oh, many, I guess. Yes. It made no sense. Made no sense whatsoever. We start something we need to go on, and we get a lot of these. So this is going to be happening. This is one of the Cyber Masters of Corpses that have been cyberized to serve the Master and having a heist on a train. So yes, Chibnall is using his stuff, but noticeably there will be no mention of the timeless child or timeless children. That was noticeable. That was not. I noticed it. It did stick out a little bit. And yes, I thought the child on the train might be the Doctor from all those years ago, but Steve Stott, no. The mortality of a companion. Yeah, he finally said, yeah, this is like, I'm going to die. We'll get mention of the Andric later. But for now, Dan comes rather close to death of his own, and that was the reason to leave just after the train announcement of a lifetime. I guess so. There's a job for him on the London Underground. You need to be able to keep your cool under pressure. But it's time for Dan to say goodbye right in the middle. However, the Doctor won't be at a loss for companions for long. Listen, they had to make way for him for everything else that was going on. They really, it was smart to write him out, quite frankly. He was only there to replace Graham. Right? Essentially, that was it. You know, he's going to take the piss out of it in the stand-up now. The one she left behind. So we meet Tegan and Ace at the new unit, who have already been briefed that the doctor is a woman, especially to Ace's delight, who still calls Professor, and Tegan gets annoyed that the doctor is younger than her. They also get close up with the master, as histories with that particular psychopath involves shrunken aunts and a cat DNA. He even gets a shot at Kate over her dad as well. Yeah, okay. Pick up the gun. So this was fine. Okay, whatever. Pick up. Look, Sophie was very, very good. Right? She really knocked it out of the park. Pick up the gun. That was a really dumb set apart. I mean, but again, they do lots of dumb things in this, right? They just you're surrounded by military. The reason the doctor teams up with the military is so her and her companions don't have to pick up a gun, right? I mean, sometimes you get a Captain Jack, but when you have a military, you don't need to do that. But why are you transferring in the TARD? And none of it makes sense. Yes, picking a gun using her armed police training, because you know I've armed police training, because she was the bestest policist ever. Oh, the bestest policist ever, right? As everybody knew. She was the bestest ever, right? Because she was the bestest ever. Using her armed police training and doing what the doctor says, despite her doubts, turning is a turning point. Is it? No, she still wants to fuck her. Right? That didn't turn. She still wants to do that, right? She wants to. This is the moment when they actually say goodbye. They have moved on from where they were, despite all the action, pizzazz, fan service, and scenery-eating scenes. This is the moment where will stay with me. I've forgotten about it already. Note the Master's escape plan draws on the Dalek Army's arrival in Rose's final episode. What? Note what? Final episode Doomsday? Note the Master's escape plan draws on the Daleks. Yeah, I know. I do note that. Oh, yeah, okay, fine. I do note that because he's ripping it off. Right. I don't even remember the scene. I just remember it being stupid. Right? Like, why? It made no... Okay, whatever. Now, here's something they could actually use, right? Jodie Whittaker entombed in a Dalek. Okay? That would have been an image. That would have got people excited. There's a lot they could have done to build up this episode. And I'm really sorry that they didn't. You know, I think they deserved everybody deserved the best chance. And this was it made no sense, okay? It made no sense. All the bits didn't lock together in any way. But, good luck to them. Death of a traitor. Yeah, even the Dalek sub-thread of them being... I'm like, what? They're drilling into the... I guess they've done that before, but in secret? Okay. It just seems a bit like bad comic book. It's version. Maybe. I know what happened. Okay. The toy maker has a plan, right? The toy maker is going to usurp the Doctor to create a creation of his own, make his own Doctor, right? To pun for some whatever nefarious reason. To do that, he has to weaken reality, right? So he uses when Capaldi regenerates, he slips into a Doctor Who in the Daleks reality, right? Into a fictional version of the reality to weaken the Doctor during the regenerational process. So when they do actually, this is all going on within the regeneration, right? Everything that happened to Jodie is actually going on within the Capaldi regeneration, right? This was like to weaken Capaldi, weaken the Doctor, so they can implant his Earthstats Doctor over the top. There you go. Ergo, this didn't happen. This all happened just within the regeneration. Okay, I feel good about that, right? That makes sense. That's why nothing made sense, right? That's why the reality was fracturing. Right? There's a lot of death in this episode, but the death of a traitor Dalek may have been one of the most that got me most. None of them got me, right? None of them got, like, nothing. I liked seeing Tegan and the Fifth Doctor. That got me an ace and the Seventh Doctor. And just as one Chibnall's finest cliffhangers was the Doctor turned into a Weeping Angel, so the Dalek getting grabbed by the inside of the Daleks reminded me of the Dalek Man. Yeah, no, it was ripping stuff off, but you know, at least it was the best. Rah, rah, Rasputin. I love that scene. I really freaking love that scene. I think the choice of song was just right. Right? It was absolutely just right. I mean, again, it was ripped off from, what was it, Last of the Time Lords? On top of the helicarrier when they released the Top of Fame. But I think this was better than that, right? I think Sasha the One was really awesome. Okay, we're agreeing. Look at that, we're agreeing. Sasha the One shines as a master. Yes, I agree. I really genuinely agree. In the idea of being captured in a unit, in jailed by unit, just like in the old days. Of course, he has a plan. I mean, okay, the plan may not have been a good one. May have gotten lost somewhere amongst the planets, volcanoes, Masters, Dalek, and glowing children. But in there, the other hand, but the plan spans. The master moment comes in the night back in 1916. It was Russell T Davies who gave us the master who played pop music when big plans play out. So Chibnall revisits that with the master revealed to be Rasputin. Then gives a Boney M version while his big plan plays out around him. That was the best bit about him being on the paintings was stupid. The seismologist was stupid, right? That worked. I like a Boney M. It's notable that Peter Harness, who co-wrote the Saigon Invasion Saigon version, great story, shit bottled out at the ending, but great story with Stephen Moffat. Which is a story that would have Matt Berry as a Time Lord character, the meddling monk, who averted the Russian Revolution by playing Boney M tracks repeatedly to Rasputin as if his entire legacy. Now we have Rasputin playing it to himself. Okay, probably ripped it off, but I liked it. I did like it. He's the Doctor, but not the one you're expecting. It was silly. It was just silly. I mean, like with the sweater, it was just silly. So the Doctor reaction came much sooner than expected, and we got to meet the 14th Doctor played by Sasha the One, because the Master is now the Doctor, and the Doctor is now the Master. No, the Doctor's dead. The Doctor's gone. Oh, Doctor is the Master. He wears his clothes and her earring. He manages to wear all the Doctor's clothes as well. The TARDIS must have had a handy wardrobe with old clobber. Notably, this false regeneration as happened to the second Doctor. Yeah, I mean, again, it was just so daft. It was so daft. This, I realized, was right out of Paul Cornell's Time We're Is it Genesis, Exodus? No. That's it. Look at that one second. Paul Cornell, Time We're Revelation, right? Right out of Time We're Revelation, where you meet other versions of the Doctor inside your your mental mind. Sorry, Rasputin was the Doctor. Well, Tom Baker anyway. Well, yes, he was it Fanning Alexander. Revisiting an old face of the two. Recap, screen cap from blah blah blah. Screen cap. But Joe Martin didn't fit at all. Right, this was all lovely, and then like, hi, they're not resolving my storyline, but they want to have me in. Okay, fine. Again, this should have been a photo shoot. That it wasn't was a real mistake. It was a real mistake that this wasn't a photo shoot. We get the new waiting place for regenerations of the Doctor. The closest the Doctor will get to an afterlife. Okay, so from the start to finish, we get so much back. We know that the Master, Kate, Vinda, I forgot Vinda was in it for no reason whatsoever. Tegan and Ace, but then we get the 1st, 5th, 6th, and 7th, 8th, and future Doctors too. And apparently Tom Baker turned it down. And more to come. It was noted they were mostly missing from, aside from the great curator, the 50th episode, having to resort to being red button extras. Okay. The Doctor gets to keep multi-Doctor look for a bit. Now there's no Tom Baker, whose health has deteriorated late, but the 5th Doctor made it all the way to the BBC 100th anniversary episode, so and everybody just loves it. What? Okay, whatever. No kissing. We're British. No Thasmin. The Master had their revenge before their own death. The Doctor was forced to regenerate for real this time, but not before she gets a chance to say goodbye to Yaz. Yes, who fell in love with the Doctor, but knows a time for her to leave as the Doctor is going away. She can pilot the TARDIS now, somehow, even if she takes everyone to Croydon by mistake, just like the Doctor fell to with Sarah Jane. But no kiss. Rose, Amy, River, guess what? No Yaz. No, they wanted nothing to do with Tasman. Nothing to do with Tasman at all. But just a few old favorites, eh? I love seeing Bonnie Langford, by the way. It's funny that. It's funny what 30 years will do for you. And then there was everybody else. Graham, and then Sit Down, that people have been clamoring for years. The support group for companions. Mel, Joe, and Ian. Okay, yes, that got me. The companions from the very first episode of My Earthly Child, Ian Cheston, the teacher, got whisked away with Barbara, as played by Ian Cheston, turned 97 a few days ago. Oh, it's lovely. I'm only halfway to that. Yes, it shows, right? Yeah, new suit. That's weird. Yes, it is. Yes, it is. That's why I think this is the toy maker imprinting on this regeneration. The only way he could do it, of course, if he puts the Doctor in a false regeneration for a whole life cycle. So this is all just playing out inside the regeneration of the 12th Doctor. The 13th Doctor never happened, and I think we're just gonna call Ncuti Gatwa the Doctor. Tonight's regeneration was different from any others, and not for other reasons you think. Usually for death, destruction, fear, panic, escape. This was a celebration of living in the moment and having many different moments coming. This was so extra. Felt like it was going to end on the regeneration because they destroyed Doctor Who. Final regeneration, the Doctor actually embraced, then had to endure. The Doctor usually keeps their clothes when regenerated. We saw that with Sasha, but this time the Doctor's clothing also joined the game for the first time. Currently unexplained. The first words were the 10th Doctor, "New teeth." That's weird. And now now we have a new take on that. I know these teeth, still weird. And the return of the classic. What? In fact, but here, this is something that I think will it show? Let me see. Wonder if this will play. I want to get to the screen grab of the titles for this episode. 1 second. So it's over here. Get to that file. Thinking about. There you go. The TARDIS. Where is it? Where'd it go? Oh my God. Where'd it go? I can't find the folder, Doctor. I mean, I'm not sorted by name right now. I'll sort by name. Okay, fine. I'll give in. And do what you want. Doctor Who. There we go. Found the folder. It won't play an MKV. I don't think it'll play an MKV. Yeah, it won't play it. Never mind. So the titles of it said, 1 second. But let me pull that up. I can just open up the file and freeze it. There you go. Worst case scenario, I can take a screen grab. Doink. And I even had the sound turned off, so yeah, perfect. Look at that. Yeah. Can't believe I got that right. This is really interesting. This is totally Russell T Davies. In the titles, we had Jodie Whittaker, starring Jodie Whittaker as a Doctor, and then in alphabetical order the other Doctors, and then they had this third caption. and introducing David Tennant as the Doctor. Like, what the hell? Like, that's that means something. That's a nice little tease, right? That's not Chris Chibnall. That is here. I'll show you what they said about the other ones. The Doctor in order of appearance: Dave Bradley, Colin Baker, Peter David, Sylvester McCoy, Paul McGann, Sylvester McCoy, and for some reason they put Joe Martin's name in there. Oop, there you go. I don't want to get copyright struck. Jodie Whittaker, the Doctor, Jodie Whittaker. No, she wasn't. The Doctor in order of appearance and introducing David Tennant as the Doctor. That means something. I don't know what, but it means something. So, stop screen. Share screen. It's over here, window. I've lost it. One second. Where'd it go? Oh, here it is. Lost the window. Fine. Share screen. There you go. Tell you, don't get professionalism like this in many places. Okay, fine. So, and now we have to take it out with his teeth. That's still weird. The Return of Classic. What? The idea is the interim Doctor between regenerations was first demonstrated in the final fourth Doctor episode, Logopolis, with the character called the Watcher. And then again, a few years later with Trial of Time Lord with the Valiard to be a version of between the 12th and 13th incarnation. As for refusing reusing an old face, that was teased years ago in Dare the Doctor, when we made a far future version of the Doctor known as the Great Curator, played by Tom Baker, the 11th Doctor, who told the 11th Doctor in the future that they might find themselves some new faces and resetting a few places past, but only the old favourites. Oh, that was a great little line, right? David Tennant is certainly one of those, but not Boris Johnson. Oh, piss off. I tend to agree. What the hell is going on here? Neil Patrick Harris, very good. We have the Doctor, we have the Toymaker, we have Donna, we have the 14th Doctor, 15th Doctor, 16th Doctor somehow. I still think I like the Tash. I like the Tash shooting. Oh, by the way, introduce the new logo straight away. So funny. It's all going on. Yes, apparently the 15th Doctor, David Tennant, was going to be the 14th, and Sacha One, the Master Doctor. Let's just go with that. Fine, just more information. Let's see. There's some more articles on Doctor Who. Let's see if we can juxtapose it. I got it. 1 second. Oh yeah, I was interested in this. Last night, when we saw Colin Baker, who reprises roles as Sixth Doctor, didn't quite the viewing experience he expected. He tweeted out 10 minutes before the episode, at the end of the episode, "I'm stacking a Frankfurt flight cancelled, and tomorrow flights are booked. Help! I need to get back to UK urgently. Any advice welcome." I'm sorry about that. People replying, "Picture of TARDIS didn't help. Best advice seems to be a series of trains through a tunnel." But Nicola Bryant, who played the companion, Perry and Doctor Who, yes, she did. Shared with many fans tweeting, "Oh no, poor you. So sorry this has happened. But I have to say, it was lovely to see him back in Doctor Who tonight." It really was. But all seemed to work out okay. Fine, that's funny. Okay. And they're just reporting this. New logo. Yes. Well, it looks like talks between Disney. Yeah, but like, come on. This is such a repudiation of the Jodie Whittaker era, right? It is such a repudiation. Read some quotes. We should look at Radio Times. That'd be a good resource. "It's the best of both worlds," David said in an announcement. "The version of Joy of the BBC and Disney Plus together. We can launch the TARDIS all around the planet, reaching a whole new generation of fans, keeping our traditions home firmly in the BBC in the UK." Lovely. BBC Chief Content Charlotte Moore said, "The perfect partner brings a very British show to the rest of the world." Look, listen, they're all smelling of roses, right? They're all smelling of roses with this. Like having, again, if they have a Doctor Who hub, I think it'd be awesome, right? Which is what I would like. Talking about the new logo. Fine, let's have a look at Bounding in the comics. Doctor Who actors in order. Who cares? Leave us alone. Yeah, like, stop trying to use that bloody picture. It's like, you just got to admit you're wrong, right? It's over, Johnny. It's over, Johnny. Time to move on. Fine. Oh, my son just watched this over the weekend. He was really happy to see White Chicks. I got to find out if he liked it. Black Adam. I'm not going to sit him up to see it, but I'll certainly see it when they have it on HBO Max or whatever. Karney Shomron was not too white. Well, he is Hispanic, isn't he? I think I'm too tired to get to this. This Star Wars movie is never going to get made. Shut up with J.J. Abrams. Stop. They're not doing anything post. They're not doing anything further down in the Rage storyline. Nobody cares. Stop. Rings of Power. Just stop. All of them just stop. I didn't get the Black Queen. That's freaking awesome, right? That was awesome. I think I'm going to wrap it up. I'm totally running out of steam. Good news all round. I'm generally excited. Still a lot more to go. We got all the reviews to go over. Maybe Thursday we'll do a review roundup. I think that does sound like a good idea. Fine. I'm hitting the end broadcast button. I'm hitting it again. That was